Hey guys, welcome to Entertainment Unlocked. I'm your host, Mike Lenz.
Yo, it's your boy Jared.
Today we're going to talk about chapter 267 on My Hero.
Woo!
Yeah.
Woo! This is what I'm talking about. My Hero got me in my bag this week. For the past 4 weeks, I've been in my bag with My Hero. So,
yo, all I got to say, this arc,
they've
been shooting out nothing but tens. Like, he cannot miss.
10.
The drawing.
Jared, control yourself.
Nah, but seriously though, like this chapter, alright, so it starts off with the flashback with Hawks and Tokiyomi. And we knew that means it's foreshadowing for something to happen soon. And he talks about his weakness being flame. And it follows with Fat Taxi. I was like, what I guess it's saying for taxi. I was like, yo, that's what I'm saying. Everything was just like there's flashback, there's comedy, there's so much action, like there's suspense. I'm like, this is what a great chapter is, man. Like, nah, for real. I'm kind of tight that he's taking them to the rear guard. I'm like, bro, you have like three of the most OP characters for crowd control.
And I kind of understand, like, they're saying, your attacks could possibly harm the heroes. Like, the mushroom girl, I don't think she can control where the mushrooms grow.
That's a
besides
fact.
her. So I'm like, I kind of understand. But I was kind of weird about, like, Tokoyami, because it was like, you can affect... I'm like, well, Tokoyami can control Dark Shadow. Like, it's not like Dark Shadow goes wild, unless it's, like, really dark. But, like,
he used Ragnarok one time, bro, and that was
it. I'm like, y'all didn't think that's a powerful use? Like... That's a cannon buster, like.
I mean, the mushroom girl wasn't with him, was she? I know that. Oh, she was. Oh, what's the dude's name that turns everything into liquid?
I know he liquefies the surfaces. I know. I remember his name is,
yeah. I understand, but he said it. I'm like, okay, and then we see the explosion, and in my head, I'm already thinking like, okay, Tokiyomi, you gotta. I hope you do something.
It was just cool that we were seeing kind of like a different view of what we saw last chapter. You know, Dabi throws out the flame. Hawks gets blasted out but goes around the building and then comes back in the another way and kills twice. And then this is kind of Tokoyami's like view of it. And then the reason why they're focusing on Tokoyami seeing it is because he ends up playing a part later at the end of the chapter, which we'll talk about. But I think that's just story kind of like giving the viewer different views of like what's going on. Because this is a battle and like there are different perspectives of like different viewpoints of going on. So I just thought that was dope.
Yeah. And it's still crazy to me that like you can clearly see that Hawks really had a soft spot for Twice. Like, he actually knew this is war, so I actually have to do this. And even though he's been trained to be a spy and probably have a cold heart, he really honestly had a soft spot for Twice, bro.
And like I think he's also kind of upset with Dabi because he was like, you know, how like that doesn't look like what's wrong with you? Like that's not the face of somebody whose friend just died.
Exactly. And he's like, yo, my tear ducts has been all burnt up.
That was like the most meta way of just saying like, man, I could give two shits. Like,
and he legit says that. Like, he legit. First off, Hawks is like, yo, who are you? Out of everybody, I couldn't find nothing on Shigaraki and you. Like, Facts. Who are you? And then what does he say back to him? I have no idea. You know why?
Because that thing is in a black bubble.
Like, and the thing that gets me tight is like his expression is like, oh shit, like, and I'm thinking like, who the fuck is it? Like,
yeah. And which makes me think there's something deeper into this is because it goes back to when Dabi first says Hawks' name, and then it flashes back to when Hawks was a kid, and it's like, well, when you enter the special program, which he's been since he was young, you know, we're getting rid of your name. Like, I think Takami Keigo is Hawks' real name. And it's like, well, you won't be going by that. You'll just be going by Hawks now. So the fact that Dabi has information about Hawks' real name, and Hawks got rid of that name when he was what? it looks like in the flashback he's like 7,
elementary school. Yeah,
yeah, like so the fact that Dabi has his information. And then Hawks is like, well, how do you have the information? Who are you? And then that's when we get the black bubble. Like, I'm like, yo, there's something deep with this Dabi, who Dabi is, man.
Because we know what everybody's speculation is. We all think Dabi's Toya. Like, if I had to connect the dots, I would assume the same thing. But the reason why he's hiding this, it has to be a very strong symbolic reason. Like,
yeah, it has to play in somewhere in the bigger part of the story later because the fact, like you just said, mostly everybody thinks he's Toya. He's Todoroki's brother, you know, Endeavor's son. But I would be fine down the road. That's what it ends up being. But if he thinks what I think he's doing, and he's trying to mold it into something deeper for the story, I just think that's brilliant. Like, most authors will like give you something like this and like try and trick you. Okay, I'm going to lead you down this path to let you go somewhere else. But if he ends up like saying, no, that's what it was, but it just has a bigger role for the story, I think that would be genius. And I'm cool with this right now.
Yeah, because honestly, like, one thing I love about My Hero is like the writing, the pacing is everything. Like, so let's say we're on this ride right now and this is going to come up to be something later. I can't wait to see the flashback that connects the dots and the reason why it connects the dots at that point. Because, like, I honestly feel like Dabi's probably, like, a villain on another, like, with a completely different motive for something else that's going to pop up along the road later on or down the road. Yo, going back to the hospital, because I think right after this, it flashes to Gigantomachia.
Yeah, that's what I think is going to play. Well, yeah, right after Dabi says, because Hawks is like, who are you and everything. And Dabi gives this beautiful speech where I thought the writing was like really nice. He was just like, the League and Shigaraki, I don't give a crap about any of them. I'm just here for my goal and I'm just trying to do what I want to do. And he was like, I don't care about you either. So like he kind of says his goodbyes to Hawks before he uses his final attack. But then we still Gigantomachina listening on a radio, and he's downstairs in the basement with all the other villains of the Liberation Army. So I don't know, man. If Gigantomachina gets activated,
oh, it's over.
It's over, bro.
He's like they trump card. Like, I need help.
Yeah.
Giganta. Like, for real. Like,
he's the Megazord. Like,
nah, that is. And then it cuts to Miriko. Mirko?
My God. My wife. First of all, it's Mrs. Miriko.
I'm sorry. First off, I know a lot of people love her right now for fighting 4 high-end Nomu by herself. 4. But you could tell she's getting to the point. She even says it. She says it in her head to herself, like, yeah, like, they're fighting different now. I think they're awakening to their full potential more as they fight. So she's like, I'm gonna finish this mission.
And you know, if the battle keeps going, it's mostly a wrap for anybody that comes in contact, because as we know, Endeavor is the number 1 hero right now. Every hero, whether you're at the mansion or at the hospital, Endeavor is the number 1 hero, and he represents the strongest hero. And we know Endeavor had the hardest time versus Hood. Which we just got in the anime.
Though, that was the doctor's like favorite, like that was like his prized possession, Nomu. Like,
real. And now Endeavor does know the secret, like how to, like, you do have to go for the head of the Nomus and everything. But I'm just saying, still, like, that was a hard battle for Endeavor. So you know that these Nomus are coming into like their full 100% form. 5 of them. I don't care whether you're number 5 through 1, this is going to be, even if when Endeavor gets here, it's a hard fight for him no matter what.
Nah, that's a fact. I 100% agree with that. But
you just gotta, but then again, you gotta respect Miriko's ambition. Like, she knows, like, wow, okay, I think something's changed in this battle. I got, like, and I'm not getting no hits on them, but I gotta get this job done. I don't care if I die, but this job's gotta get done.
Yo, when I tell you I respect her for that, yo.
Deeply. Yep.
And she's going. The thing that's kind of scaring me is like, okay, the last time we left the lab, the doctor's computer said 70 to 71%. I don't know what percent it's on now, if he like ramped up the speed of the process, whatever the case is. Mm-hmm. If she kicks that glass, and let's say Shigaraki awakens, and because he's not done his powers, whatever the case is, let's say she's not gonna kill Shigaraki. I guarantee that's not gonna happen. But let's say he awakens, and what then? Because first off, at the very end of the chapter, Endeavor pulls up, like the very last panel. Endeavor pulls up, and it's like, there's still 4 Nomu. You have an injured number 4 hero, number 5 hero, and it's like, what's going to be the next chapter about? You know what I'm saying? Like, on top of that, yeah. I love the flow of the last couple panels. It's like, Hawks coming to save, getting saved by Tokiomi, and Endeavor coming in to save Miriko.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
With that inspirational speech that she's giving, like, I'm not done yet because a hero never.
Yeah, hero never quits. Like, I don't care. Like, she's like, yo, I don't care if I die, but I got to get this job done. And I would just like to put it out there, and I know I'm not alone. The author of My Hero, Horikoshi, dude, if you're hearing this, do not touch her. Like, I get it. She lost the arm. You had the Nomu pierce her leg. Like, it's not looking good for her. And, like, I'm cool with that. I know she's got to go through some stuff. This is not an easy situation. But if she doesn't make it through this arc, you've lost me. You have lost me and all the Bunny fans, like, guys out there. You've lost us. Because this is my favorite character. She's my favorite character so far. Bakugo, Endeavor was there, but now, no. She's my favorite character. / wife. And if you lay one more finger on her beautiful bunny ears, it's a problem. Like, I don't know how I'm going to get to Japan during this quarantine time, but I'm going to get to Japan, and we're going to have some problems.
I think she lost her leg, though. From in between her calf and her ankle up.
I don't know if she lost it, but it definitely got pierced. Like, the whole sphere went through the leg.
Because the very last panel, you can see, like, I don't know if it's indicating that there's a clear cut through her leg. She's about to give a kick with that foot. So I
don't know if she's gonna. I'm cool. I know this is a hard situation. You got to draw it like she's in a rough situation. If she loses a leg, I'll be sad. But if she doesn't make it, if there's a funeral for Miriko after this arc, there will be problems. There will be big problems.
Jared, just understand, there's going to be a lot of deaths.
Yeah, I'm cool with that. Just not her.
Yo, this guy. Nah, but honestly though, this chapter is coming after a lot of great chapters, and it's keeping up the momentum, man.
Yeah, man.
I give this chapter a 10. It's the best chapter I read
11, 12, yep.
That's a fact. If I could give it a 12, I'd give it a 12, but
like, nah. Just the fact we got information, we got action scenes. We're getting to see Miriko's, with the little, energy she still has left, twirl through these Nomus and through the base. We still have anticipation because now, okay, she kicks open Shigaraki's tube. Like, what happens then? Is Shigaraki's, like, is he still functional? Does he still work? Like, are we about to see a bloodbath because Shigaraki gets unlocked? Like, and then what happened with Hawks? Like, now that Endeavor showed up at the base and Tokoyami is there to save Hawks, like, is Hawks going to still make it? Like, are we going to get a battle between Tokoyami and Dabi? Which would be dope as hell. Like, I don't know, bro. but with the writing and with the art is just amazing that he's doing.
I was just about to say, like, from even how he draws the Nomu, bro. Mm-hmm. They all look menacing in their own way. Like, you're talking about drawing some messed up looking individuals, bro.
Right. Mm-hmm. And it's like, I know Studio Bones who deals with the My Hero anime is like, oh my god. We're going to have to call in some big guns because I don't know how we're going to keep animating this episode after episode. So
yeah, because like this stretch I can't imagine this stretch being animated like all high.
Yeah, this is at least
budget.
3 highly well done animation episodes. So
absolutely,
but I'm here for it.
I'm all the way here for it. Hey, you know what's crazy, bro? Like, where's Deku right now?
The main cast ain't even like we haven't even seen them.
I don't
Deku,
even care.
Bakugo,
Like,
Todoroki, like we haven't even seen the main cast, and
they're
I'm
gonna play
cool
a role,
with
bro.
it.
I know they're
I'm
gonna play a
cool.
role. They have to play a role at some point, bro. Unless all this is not gonna be like the cataclysmic ending to this turnout is obviously not gonna be the end of the show. I feel like everybody's gonna.
I'm cool with this being a heroes arc. Like this is like this arc right here was like just dealing with the heroes. I'm so cool with it. Like, and I think that's a great way Horikoshi wrote his characters. Like, you know, Deku we like know is the main character, but as we know, Deku's not the main character that you would see in a lot of other shonen. Like, where he has to be the main focus. Like, all the progression kind of has to deal with Deku and his relationship with other characters. No, we can move on to Bakugo. We can move on to Todoroki. There's a whole slew of Class 1A we can move on to. We can move on to the villains. We could deal with pro heroes. We could get backstories with them. Like, he's written the story that you don't have to stay with Deku the whole time, and you'll be happy with it.
Yeah.
So great job, man. I'm all in for it. The anime just finished with Endeavor versus Hood. If you haven't seen it, go check it out because it's beautiful. One of the best episodes of My Hero. Mm-hmm.
Yep.
So, My Hero, you're doing your thing right now, and I applaud it.
That's a fact. Another 10 out of 10. Week number 4 in a row.
I know, right? Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, guys, if you like what you heard, like, subscribe to the channel.
Mm-hmm. Drop them comments. Let us know what you think. Let us know if you're a Miriko fanboy just like me. But also let us know what you thought about this chapter, of this stuff that you didn't agree with us on. So just drop those comments down below in the comment section.
All right. That's it, y'all. Catch us next week on the next chapter.
Catch us next week. Peace.
It's like, nah.